Hi friends, welcome back. Today we're going to be watching episode 4 of Good Omens, which is called Saturday Morning Funtime. I'm pretty excited for this episode because the last one was my favorite one yet. I feel like they were really starting to get to explore all these things that they had presented to us, and now we're actually getting to sort of see them unfolding, and they really left me with such a cliffhanger. So I'm pretty excited to see what the heck they're going to do, and just, it's like we're past the middle of, this show, and so now we're actually gonna, I feel like it's gonna get better, because I don't know, there's some shows where you sort of understand that this is it, this is the best they can do, and I feel like this show, because it's so complex, because it has so much to offer, I feel like, I have very high expectations for what they can do right now. Yeah, I'm excited to see the episode, so we should do it. Thank you all for watching, and yeah, let's see what this is about, and meet a new horseman. Yeah, there's also that. That's gonna be fun.
Adam, I don't think this stuff is, real.
Things on the internet can be made up. This is magazines. Of course it's real, just like the city of Atlantis.
Actually, I don't think Atlantis is a thing.
It's under the sea, and people live there.
How can they breathe?
I bet they wear diving helmets.
That's right.
Do you believe that's true?
Of course it's true. What I say is true.
Oh, he's so susceptible because he's just so young. I'm glad we get to see his friends again. I feel like they were very MIA, and so I'm glad that they're back because they're gonna be apparently, showing this different side of things, because he's clearly very biased in his opinion right now that he learned from Little Miss Witchy, which we have decided I'm not going to try and pronounce her name because that went terribly last time. So it's going to be interesting to have these kids as sort of the second view, that he might listen to them more, but I guess we're going to have to wait and see.
I just thought there was something we could do.
There is. We can fight, and we can win.
But there doesn't have to be a war.
Of course there does. Otherwise, how would we win it? Now look, wrap up whatever you need to wrap up down here, report back to active service, and lose the gut.
I'm soft.
Almost forgot. According to our records, you were issued a flaming sword. You didn't lose that.
Oh.
Like I just give it away. Or something.
2 jobs and I'm done.
Leslie, who are these deliveries for?
I don't know, love. Someone important. Head office said the job was booked about 6,000 years ago.
They were joking.
Well, the company's only 80 years old, but I saw the paperwork. Anyway, ours is not to reason why. Ours is to deliver packages.
Okay.
Exists today. Still out. The moon. No atmosphere. No nightlife. Alpha Centauri. That's always nice this time of year. Beautiful nebula. Look at that. I helped build that one. Okay, I know. You're testing them. You said you were going to be testing them. You shouldn't test them to destruction. Not to the end of the world.
Damn, I guess he's not as... I mean, we never really thought he was bad, but I guess that really shows more of who he is inside.
Shouldn't be allowed.
Bloody lorries.
You have to sign for it.
There you go.
Well, red sky in the morning, shepherd's warning. Or is it sailor's warning?
Everybody's warning. The third of the 4 horsemen took over when Pestilence retired. This is pollution.
Oh, okay, that makes sense why she contributed to pollution. Out of all the horsemen we've been presented to yet, she looks like the creepiest, the more horseman-ish. What, sir? Oh. Oh my god, sir. Are you going to have to kill yourself?
Oh, that one nearly had me. Oh.
I'm afraid so.
I've got a message for you, sir. It's not a package. It's a message.
Deliver it then.
It's just this. Come and see.
Finally!
What does it mean, sir?
It's a call to action.
This is our country. It's under our protection. Wish I was going with you. Oh, I'm too old now. No more lying in the bracken, spying on their evil ways. It's all up to you now which find the private pulsifer. Find this Adam Young and keep an eye on him. Thumbscrews.
Oh, I don't think I'll...
Thumbscrew.
Thumbscrew.
Firelighters.
I'm not actually prepared to burn anyone.
Firelighters.
Firelighters.
Bell.
Bell.
Book.
Book.
And candle.
Bell, book, candle. What are they for?
You might have to exorcise a demon.
How do I do that?
Ring the bell. Light the candle.
Read the book.
There'll be no time for light reading when you're under demonic attack, laddie.
The world was changing. What Adam believed was true was beginning to happen in reality.
Oh my god. Why would you open your window to aliens?
Morning, sir, madam, or neuter.
The fact is, sir, we've been asked to bring you a message.
Oh, me?
Message runs, we bring you a message of universal peace, cosmic harmony, and such like. Message ends.
Traumatized by this crocodile lady. Oh my goodness.
Beneath the thunders of the upper deep, far, far beneath in the abyssal sea, the kraken sleepeth. And now it's waking up.
Oh boy.
When Robin's blue
Did she just
chariot
ruin the
inverted
prophecy?
be, 3 wheels in the sky, a man with bruises be upon your bed, aching his head for willow fine.
We have a joke. We say, it's gonna be one big avocado.
I don't like jokes. I don't do jokes. When people do jokes in my presence, they rapidly find themselves swallowing their tongues. No, I tell a lie. It's mostly me that swallows their tongues.
Okay, so I guess he didn't even deserve a warning. That's okay.
One big avocado.
Okay, I'm not scared of you.
It's almost like you were expecting him.
I was. I was hoping you wouldn't come. But if you didn't turn up, maybe none of it was real.
My mother likes me to come home with an appetite.
No.
Bye, Anathema. You coming, Adam?
I didn't say you could go.
Oh.
See you after lunch.
And this is our local guide to the archaeological site of Megiddo. Mister?
I'm Hasta. La Vista. I'm an archaeologist. Which one of you is the ambassador?
The voices.
Yes.
In my head, all say.
What?
smell like poo.
Oh my goodness!
Your bloody history. You stay where you are. We're coming to collect you.
The poor thingies.
I'm an anathema device. I really am a witch. You should read that. It's about you. It will save time.
I can't believe she's telling him.
What did you say?
Adam Young. He lives at 4 Hogback Lane. I was told to keep an eye on him.
How did you... Oh, I didn't... Shit. Adam, that's crazy. He's such a sweet kid. Him and his friends were the ones that brought you in here. I mean, he's the sweetest kid in the village. I mean, he can't be the great beast at the end of the world.
I agree, ma'am. Like, I don't understand.
Work with me, I'm apologizing here. Yes? Good, get in the car. What? No! The forces of hell have figured out it was my fault. But we can run away together. Alpha Centauri. Not to spare planets up there. Nobody'd even notice us.
Crowley, you're being ridiculous. Look, I'm quite sure if I can just reach the right people, then I can get all this sorted out.
There aren't any right people. There's just God. Moving in mysterious ways and not talking to any of us.
Well, yes, and that is why I'm going to have a word with the Almighty, and then the Almighty will fix it.
That won't happen.
I've been there. You're better off without him.
That's not true, okay? Run away with him, please. That is literally all I ask.
In here, people!
Holy crap, that's a lot worse than I thought.
You're calling the Dark Council?
Yes, I am. And they say, so long, sucker!
You are probably wondering where Crowley has gone. Demons
Yeah.
aren't bound by physics. Over the years, a huge number of theological man-hours have been spent debating the question, how many angels can dance on the head of a pin? To answer it, we need information. Pastor, Duke of Hell, is now trapped on a tape inside Crowley's antique telephone answering machine.
Where am I? Don't leave me here.
Oh no.
To have the whole world to ourselves, wouldn't it? We could have amazing games. We could have war with real armies.
But there wouldn't be any people. They'd all be dead.
Oh, I can make us some new people.
Adam, please, let us go home. I want my mummy and my daddy.
No! I'll make you new mummies and daddies.
Please, Adam! Adam, what are you doing?
I've got friends coming soon. You'll like them. They're a lot like you. They're going to help me make it all stop.
Bro. How the heck?
So we find this Adam, and then what do we do?
Stop him.
I'm not an idiot!
That has progressed quickly.
This really is frightfully important. I'm prepared to take this all the way to the top.
Oh. Damn.
I need to speak to the Almighty.
Speak, Aziraphale.
Am I speaking to, God?
You are speaking to the Metatron, Aziraphale. To speak to me is to speak to God.
There needn't be a war. We can save everyone.
The point is not to avoid the war. The point is to win it.
What sort of initiating event will precipitate the war?
We thought a multi-nation nuclear exchange would
How
be
are these the
nice.
good people?
Very imaginative.
You are possessed by a demon, and I will exorcise you with bell, book, and candle.
Yes, fine, but please, keep away from the circle. It's still powered up.
Well,
I'm honestly not a demon. I don't know what you think you saw, but Burke, please, you must keep away from the circle.
this
Whatever
place,
you think
and
you've
return
seen, just
henceforth
don't
to the
cross
place
the
from which you
circle,
came, and deliver
stupid
us
man!
from evil, returning no more!
Oh.
Fuck!
But what? I'd say that's not great. Oh no, don't, that's even worse. Don't burn the guy's bookshop. Oh, that's just sad. I can't believe that they left us with another huge cliffhanger. I really feel like this show is going upwards because, especially now if I'm considering the difference in between the first two episodes that I saw versus the second two, I definitely liked 3 and 4 more than I liked 1 and 2. And that's not to say 1 and 2 were bad. I feel like they were very necessary for us to be able to understand the world so that they could do everything that they're doing right now. Like, we needed to have that sort of setup, especially because, you know, the contrast in between everything is what makes them, like, it's what makes 3 and 4 interesting. So 1 and 2 were crucial, but I feel like 3 and 4 were definitely more interesting to me, you know, just in my opinion as a viewer, just because I feel like there's so much going on, and I am, like, genuinely worried, because I feel like of course I expected them to explore a little bit more of the day that the world ends, but I felt like that was going to be more of a 5 and 6 thing. Like, I felt like that was going to come in the very end of the show, so like maybe the last episode. But I guess since they're starting it right now, they really started at this episode, which is awesome because it means that, you know, 5 and 6 are really going to be episodes that are probably going to be somewhat similar to the one that we just saw right now, with everything happening, everything going wrong, and people trying to save the world, and Armageddon, however the hell you say that. There's some words that I just don't know how to pronounce. That's one of them. But anyways, I just feel like there's so much going on right now, and it's very overwhelming, but in an actually very good way, because I have no idea how they're gonna solve what they're solving. I am like legit scared of Adam, because of course they said that he was the Antichrist, but at the same time, you know, the kid is just so adorable that you look at him and you forget that he's supposed to ever be evil. And I love that, like, I think this was the purpose of the dog, but that didn't work for me because I'm not a dog person. I'm like scared of dogs. So I see the little cute little doggy and I'm like, you're evil and I am scared of you because I know you were inside and those kind of things. And I feel like I should keep the same sort of standard for Adam. But I look at Adam and I'm like, no, he's good. He's just a little kid and like he'll figure everything out. And of course he's not going to be evil. And then it seems like he kind of maybe possibly will, because just the whole thing of like holding his friends like against their will is so freaking creepy. And I like that there was just this twist in between him once he saw the thing in when he saw the figure in Anathema's house and stuff. It just, you know, it changed something inside of him, and so it's really interesting to see the powers that he has and everything that he can do, because I feel like we were starting to catch glimpses of it, you know, especially with the end of the last episode, which was just creepy. And so now I guess we really get to see how powerful he is. And honestly, he seems to be, I should have known that he was going to be this powerful, but I guess he's really more powerful than I could have ever like imagined or like, yeah, just like pictured in my mind. So it's really going to be interesting to see what the heck he can do, because it feels like he has no limits. It feels like he has no sort of morals, like nobody to keep him grounded, because, you know, like his own friends are just are not getting through to him, and so I don't think anybody will be able to get through to him. So it's gonna be weird, man. I don't know how they're gonna be able to stop him, and to be 100% honest, I don't know if they're going to stop him. Like, I don't know if that's the route that the show is gonna go on. Like, I feel like, and that's a good thing, the fact that I have no idea like what the future could be like, but I feel like this show plays with like the dark and the good so much that I wouldn't be surprised if it ended with the actual end of the world. without them being able to stop it. So, and we got to meet the last two horsemen, and I was like, if there's one thing that I felt like I was so sure coming into this episode is that we were going to be meeting one of the horsemen. I didn't realize we would be meeting the last two, because I really thought that, like, since they had presented sort of one per episode, I really expected the next episode to be like meeting the last one. But they brought in Death, I guess, sooner than I imagined, which makes me nervous, because I'm like, okay, if they wanted to show us Death this early on, that means that the next two episodes are going to be pure just chaos. And it just felt creepy, because I feel like the first two horsemen, they seemed like, of course, kind of weird people, but I feel like these last two definitely raised the stakes. Because Pollution, she looked like a sketchy ass bitch. I don't think there's any other way to describe her other than I looked at her and I was like, I would not trust you ever, and you just look creepy. And you know, with Death, of course, you know, same vibes of just creepiness, because hello, it's Death. This whole situation of like the fake Antichrist, like I think his name is Warlock, right? That everybody thinks he's the real Antichrist. First of all, I can't believe that, like, because Crowley and Aziraphale, like, they definitely knew this, right? So I feel like, of course, they knew that it was also going to blow up on their faces once they figured out that he was not the real one. Because of course they were going to eventually figure it out. So I can't believe that they didn't try and, like, plan for this kind of thing. Like, I'm just, like, I'm so overwhelmed. I don't know if this is just because I like being, like, an organized person. But I feel like if I knew that, you know, I had done something wrong and I was just like, I would be trying to fix it, if that even makes sense. And they didn't seem to be that concerned with this. And I felt like, you know, even though the focus of this episode felt like it was more on Adam than them, I feel like both Aziraphale and Crowley had really interesting storylines, because I want to talk about Crowley first, just because I was curious to know how he was going to use the holy water. And it felt so on point just because of the fact that he sort of made it into a prank by putting it on top of the door and like the bucket. Like, that felt like such a prank kind of thing. And I feel like, you know, pranks sort of, you know, it makes sense with like the evil spirits and those kind of things. Because they did quite a few things this episode where I was like, wow, because this show is really into just world building and making things into their own. You never really know what's possible and what's not possible. And I feel like, you know, in this kind of show, it's just interesting when they really play with the idea of not possible and see what the heck they can do, you know, like making all of Adam's things that he's reading just come true, like the monster, like the huge sea thing, like that was really, really cool, really, really scary. But on the line of like the things that he's reading becoming true and stuff, I felt like it was interesting. Cause like for a whole second there, when the Witchfinder just like, when his car just, you know, when he went off the road and stuff, for a second I was like, oh, interesting. Does this mean that like they're sort of breaking the prophecy that now he's going to be late and then nothing is going to go as follows? And I was worried that maybe the fact that like Anathema had like made contact and showed him all these things, I thought that maybe this was going to actually go against the prophecy and like fuck everything up. But I guess it was all part of the plan, and that just makes it even creepier. Like, not part of the plan, but I mean like it was all just written in history and on the little prophecies and stuff. It's so interesting to see how everything fits in. It's gonna be interesting to see them team up though, like the witch and the Witchfinder. Like I was curious to see how that dynamic was gonna unfold once they actually, you know, made contact. And I have to say that I didn't expect them to be together romantically. That's not something that crossed my mind. I feel like they were gonna have some sort of just bond and friendship eventually, but that just escalated so much quicker than I could have imagined. But you know, it was pretty interesting, and now we're gonna get to see the other guy coming to join them and figure out, yeah, God, there's like so much that they can do right now and that they will do. And I'm kind of curious to see, you know, because they just left so many different empty details and threads, and I'm like, what? Like, the fact that that Aziraphale just got sucked into God or whatever the heck just happened. Like, bro, I know that like he couldn't have possibly lost his body just because I don't think they would get rid of this amazing actor. But how is he gonna get back, like reincarnated into that same body? But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. I think those are pretty much my thoughts. I'm gonna try and post the last 2 episodes as soon as possible. So we're gonna see about that. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you for the next episode. Bye.